This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Uh-oh. What do we got here, JR?
Ratings.
Well, here she is. A wild child could be her label. We're talking about the sexy, hot-looking Sable. And you wanted more of Raw is War. Here's your opportunity. The Raw is War t-shirt. Lord have mercy.
You got that
Raw
right.
is War on the front, the War Zone on the back. Only $25 plus $6 shipping and handling.
There's a
in
t-shirt?
large, extra large, and double XL. The phone number to call. Ooh, do it, girl. 815-734-1161.
That's my Bruce laugh.
Yeah.
Bruce laughing like
She
that.
having some fun.
Love it.
815-734-1161.
Listen to Michael PSA's trying to do his best Wolfman Jack.
Yeah, he was settling, buddy.
And then there's Mark Mara ripping her out from the back, playing that heel role. Let's hear. We got to hear you guys here.
Lead to the final installment, if you would, of our series.
This
on
is big
Mankind.
time, JR. Here we go.
He ever turned out to be a most interesting individual, but unfortunately for you, it turned personal.
It really did. You know, folks, I've had the privilege of interviewing wrestlers for over 20 years. And at the end of this interview, I don't think I've ever felt any more helpless. And I quite frankly, Vince, I wish I hadn't taken the assignment. It was horrible.
Okay.
Oscar worthy.
Fair enough. Is we will all now take a look at the final installment of just Who is Mankind? Let's take a look.
Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Mankind. Three bizarre yet distinct personalities, each one scarred by trauma and suffering, each one still haunted by the pain.
Why didn't Cactus Jack ever come to the WWF?
Because he wasn't welcome.
I would have set the WWF on its ear. So when you look at Mankind, you're saying to somebody, every time I put on the mandible claw, in my mind, that's Vince McMahon. And I'm saying, why didn't you take me when I was good? Why didn't you take me when I was young? That's where the mandible claw comes from. It's power tempered with mercy, just like me.
Earlier you mentioned Shawn Michaels and how you would like to see Shawn Michaels end his career handing out chains in an arcade. Why the Venom?
Shawn Michaels, remember they were saying at one point, Shawn Michaels, the boy in his dream. I wonder, Jimmy, why didn't they ever say Mick Foley, a boy in his dream? We had the same dream. So why does he look like he does? And why do I look like this? You think that's unfair to want me to wish him a lifetime of misery? I don't think that's unfair at all. I think it's a perfectly logical thing to ask. And I'm not ashamed. I wish him and a lot of the WWF superstars nothing but personal trauma and tragedy in their personal and professional lives. Does that make me a bad person? I want the suffering to be on the other side, and I'd like to cause it. Because that, to me, is a nice day.
Have you ever been treated or have you ever been diagnosed with a multiple personality disorder?
You know, I thought we talked about this when I said I don't believe in doctors. I believe in the body's ability to heal itself. If there's something wrong with my mind, I think I'd be the first one to know.
Don't you think that it's about time in your life where you looked squarely in the mirror and accepted the personal responsibility for who you are? Don't you believe that you yourself have caused and brought on all these problems?
time for you to maybe start doing your damn job. I think it's time for you to end this facade of journalistic integrity. You know what you tell the people week in and week out? You say, look at Mankind. I don't even know if he feels pain or maybe he likes pain. You see, you're a powerful man, Jimmy. You have got the ability to reach a lot of people, to spread the truth, and you neglect to do it. Let me ask you a couple of questions. What is it about pain that I love? You see, I feel just like every other person. You see that? It hurts. Is it when I can't get up? When my little boy says, Daddy, I want to play ball, and I can't do it? Is that where the fun starts? Is it where a doctor injects a 12-inch needle into the discs in my spine so I can wrestle one more day? Whoopee! Let the party begin. I can't believe you sit here and ask me those questions. Do I bring it on to myself? I haven't done a damn thing to you. All you've done to people is mislead them and let them think that I'm having the time of my goddamn life when I'm in pain. Don't you look at me with that smug look. You make me sick, a man of integrity. I want to smack you.
Where's all the help, goddammit?
Jimmy?
Oh, what an actor.
Jimmy?
I said Emmy worthy.
Yeah, man.
Jimmy? Help. He's going to need some help.
Yeah, he is.
And again, obviously, what I'm amazed that you haven't suffered any more trauma than you have as a result of that, JR. Well, you know, I don't think that any professional athlete should ever put their hands on a broadcaster. I think that's uncalled for, but in the same respect, I think I have to take some professional responsibility for the questions that I ask, and I think I pushed the wrong buttons, and for that I apologize. It certainly did not end the way that I wanted it to. And
Yes, but nonetheless, you asked the tough questions, and that's what unquestionably our WWF fans want done, although obviously they would prefer it not to end that way.
We go from that to this. I mean, but that was some compelling stuff, JR.
Yeah, pretty good. We hit the nail on the head there. We got one right, seems like.
And I don't know that Mick, I mean, yes, he was an awesome, great wrestler, unbelievable in what he did. But do you think he reaches the level that he ultimately does without these segments? Because this is monumental. I remember this vividly, watching these growing up with you.
Yeah, it was, he found his niche.
Yes.
And it just is another way to get him over without taking a bunch of bumps and, taking, the bumps off the ring, the elbows to the concrete and all those things. It was a way to make this thing work.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.